Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, Raw in Wonderland. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today's episode is very special to me because it's about someone who inspires me deeply, not just as a thinker, but as a mentor I've never met, a guide for the soul, and in my imagination, an old friend, Carl Gustav Jung. Jung is more than just a psychologist to me. He is like that wise companion who always seems to have the right question and the perfect metaphor or the courage to dive into the unknown. You know that feeling when you read someone's work and it feels like they're speaking directly to you. That's what Jung is to me. Let me tell you a little story to set the tone. I imagine myself walking by the shore one misty morning, holding my coffee and thinking deeply about life as I always do. Suddenly, I picture Jung walking alongside me. In my imagination, he is wearing a tweed jacket, a soft hat, and he carries a notebook filled with curious sketches and cryptic notes. He doesn't say much at first, he just listens. And then he starts asking me questions, not about the surface of life, but about my dreams, my fears, and my shadow. I imagine him pointing to the sea and saying, Ra, the unconscious is like the ocean, vast, mysterious, and always moving beneath the surface. Are you ready to explore it? So, this episode is the result of that imaginary conversation, of the lessons Jung has taught me through his life and work. For those of you who don't know him, Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded what we now call analytical psychology. He gave us the concepts of archetypes, the collective unconscious, and shadow work. His ideas weren't just for the therapy room, they were for life. And today, we'll explore 5 lessons from Jung that we can all use in our daily lives. So, pour yourself a cup of coffee, or tea if you must, of course, and let's take a walk with Jung. Before we dive into the lessons, let me tell you a little more about who Jung was and why his work matters. Jung was born in Switzerland in 1875 and his life was one of exploration not just of the mind but of art, religion, myths, and even alchemy. He started his career working closely with Sigmund Freud, but eventually he went his own way, challenging Freud's ideas and creating a psychological framework that was more holistic, symbolic, and spiritual. What I love about Jung is how he didn't shy away from mystery. While others were trying to measure the mind with precision, Jung embraced its depths, its chaos, and its beauty. He believed that the unconscious mind, our dreams, symbols, and intuitions, holds the keys to understanding who we truly are. And through his concepts of individuation, shadow work, and archetypes, he taught us how to integrate these hidden parts of ourselves into a fuller, more authentic life. So, what can we learn from Jung today? Let's explore 5 inspiring lessons. The first one is the power of deep curiosity. Jung was endlessly curious. He didn't just study psychology. He explored myths, religions, dreams, and even alchemy. He wanted to understand not just the individual mind, but the collective human experience. So, how can we apply this? Like Jung, we can embrace a mindset of deep curiosity. Don't just skim the surface of life. Dive in. Read widely, ask questions, and explore topics that seem unrelated. You never know what connections you might uncover. 2. Creative productivity. Jung didn't just think, he created. His Bollingen Tower, a retreat he built by hand, became a sanctuary for his creativity. There he painted, carved, and wrote some of his most profound works. How can we apply this? Create your own Bollingen Tower. It doesn't have to be a literal tower. Maybe it's a journal, a sketchbook, or a quiet corner where you can let your thoughts flow. Creativity isn't just for artists, it's a way of processing life. 3. Embrace the constructive outsider. Jung wasn't afraid to challenge norms. When he disagreed with Freud, he walked away and built his own path, even though it meant facing criticism. He also explored ideas that others dismissed, like the spiritual aspects of psychology. So, how can we apply this? Don't be afraid to step outside the box. Question norms and follow your own truth, even when it feels uncomfortable. Authenticity often requires courage. 4. Collaboration and connection. One of Jung's most fascinating collaborations was with physicist Wolfgang Pauli. Together, they explored how physics and psychology intersect, leading to ideas about synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences that make you feel like the universe is winking at you. And how can we apply this? Collaborate with people who inspire you, even if they are in completely different fields. Sharing perspectives can lead to breakthroughs you never imagined. And the last one, respect for the unconscious. Jung had a profound respect for the unconscious mind. He believed that dreams, symbols, and myths are messages from our deeper selves guiding us toward wholeness. So, how can we apply this? Pay attention to your inner world. Keep a dream journal, meditate, or simply spend time reflecting on your emotions and intuitions. Sometimes the most important answers come from within. So, what would Jung say if he were sitting here with us today? Maybe he would remind us that life isn't about avoiding the shadows, it's about embracing them. It's about staying curious, being creative, challenging norms, building connections, and listening to the whispers of your unconscious mind. As we wrap up, I invite you to take one of these lessons and try it in your own life this week, maybe. Maybe it's carving out time for creativity or keeping a dream journal. Whatever it is, let Jung inspire you to explore the depths of who you are. Until next time, stay curious, stay authentic, and don't be afraid to walk into the shadows. Bye, guys!